Hello students, welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Mr. Stanley Ombogo. So dear students, I believe that you are in good health and strength wherever you're watching us from, and it is another exciting session. In this session, I'd like to take you through verb and tenses. But before we delve into that, previously, in our session, we were able to look at the second type of verb, that is the auxiliary verbs. Remember, before auxiliary verbs, we had a session of lexical verbs. So, just to remind you guys of some of the things we talked about previously, we said that auxiliary verbs have two categories: the primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. Primary auxiliary is further categorized or exist into three forms. That is the form to be, the form to have, and the form to do. So we also had an opportunity to look at some of the uses of the modal auxiliary verbs. That is, they are used to show request, certainty. They also express possibility, probability, and so on. So if you missed that, kindly check it out. So in our session under verb and tense, dear students, we are going to look at various types of, the various tenses that we have, beginning with the simple present tense. So we are going to look at the uses of these tenses. Then again, I will also have an opportunity to look at how some of them are formed. So the simple present tense is used for the following. Number one, they are used to give a fact. So examples of some known facts that we have are that the sun rises from east, dog barks. Those are some of the facts that are known, and you cannot distort such information. So they are also used to talk about repeated actions, customs, and habits. For example, people celebrate Christmas on 25th December. So this is an action that is repeated, and it is a habit. It is something that happens annually. So that is another use of the simple present tense. So another example that is of some of the repeated action and customs or habits that we have is that Kenyans go for elections every 5 years. So that is also another custom, another action that we repeat. So we know that after every 5 years we elect our presidents. So another use of the simple present tense is to show abilities. For example, he balances on a rope. Another example that shows ability is that he paints walls. So the two sentences talk about what one is capable to do. So when asking questions in this tense, the auxiliary must reflect the number. For example, does he walk to school? So here we are talking about a singular subject, and therefore we use a singular that is auxiliary does. Then if maybe we are to talk about very many students, then we will say that we will ask the question now with a plural auxiliary verb, because we will now be having a plural subject. For example, do they walk to school? So does changes to do in plural forms. So the next tense that I'd also like us to look at is the simple past tense. So this tense is used when the action referred to happened in the past. For example, they walked to the police station yesterday. So that talks about something that happened at a point in time in the past. Apart from that, Another thing worth noting about the formation of verbs in these tense is that the verbs ending in a consonant preceded by a single stressed vowel, the consonant is doubled in the past tense. So, for example, we have hope. So, if we double the consonant P and add ed, we now have the past tense of the verb hope. So that becomes hoped. Another word is a stop. If we double the consonant, then add ed, we have stopped. And another one is fit, fitted. So also about some of the verbs in these tenses, that most verbs that end in y, the y is changed to I before adding the suffix ed to form the past tense. For example, we have Harry. So Harry is ending in letter y. If we replace the letter y with the letter I and add ed, we have hurried. That is now a past, talking about a past action. Then there is also bury and buried in the past, reply, replied, worry, worried. Then also another rule that is also important to note is that in regular verbs, the past simple ends in ed. So we just add the suffix ed to the base verb. For example, walk, if we add ed, we will have walked. Talk, we will form a new word that is talked. Worship, worshipped, washed, washed, and so on. Then also, another rule is that some of the irregular verbs that we have take different endings. For example, we have write, then the past of that will be wrote. If you look at see, we have so in past. So apart from those, we also have go that changes to went, throw changes to through, cost remains the same, hit remains the same. So for some verbs that are irregular, they have endings that are unpredictable. Now next, we have the present continuous tense. So this tense is used when we want to talk about an action which is still going on. It talks about a continuation or something that is in progress, that is progressiveness. For example, I am writing an essay now. So I'm writing means that this is something that is still going on. We do not know when the writer will finish, writing. So constructions in this tense comprise of an auxiliary verb in the simple present and a present participle, that is a verb with the ing form. So examples we have, they are walking home. So are is the auxiliary verb that is in the form to be. Then we have the present participle, that is the ing form of a verb walking. So that is how they are constructed. The present continuous tense is constructed. So to derive the present participle from the verb, the first thing is that most verbs ending in E, we normally drop the E and add the ing form to the stem. For example, come, if we drop the E and add the ing form, we have coming. Wake, again, if we drop the E and add ing, we have waking. Type, if we drop the E and add ing, we have typing. So the second thing is that a few verbs with long vowels and diphthongs normally have the letter E retained and then ing is added. For example, we have the word flee, so we retain the E, then add ing to it directly. We will have a new word, fleeing. There is also canoe. We will retain E and add ing directly to it, and we will have canoeing. And again, some verbs ending in IE, we normally drop the IE, then replace it with letter Y before the ing can be added to it. For example, we have die. So in die, the ie is replaced with y, then ing is added. Also, if you look at lie, the ie is omitted, then it is replaced with the letter y before adding ing. The next important detail also to take note of is that a verb which ends in a consonant that is preceded by a short vowel sound uh, normally doubles the consonant before adding the ing. So we have examples like hit. So in hit, we have doubled the consonant T, and after that, we've added the ing form. Then in slap, we have slapping. The consonant is also doubled. Then in sit, we have sitting. The consonant is also doubled. And lastly, map, mapping. So next is that verbs with a long vowel or diphthong before the last consonant do not have the last consonant doubled. So for those verbs, we have examples like deal, that is dealing, steal, stealing, wail, wailing. So we don't double the consonants that we have there. So that was about the present continuous tense and how they are formed. Now on to the next, we have the past continuous tense, the past continuous tense. So this tense is formed by changing into past auxiliary verb be plus verb plus ing form. For example, if we say she is watching a movie, that is in present continuous. But if we want to make it a past continuous, we will now change the auxiliary verb is into past. So if we change the auxiliary is to past, we will have was. Then we will have the ing form of the verb retained. So she was having a movie is in past continuous tense. The past continuous tense implies that the action which has already been done was happening progressively. That is, it was ongoing. Examples in sentences, we have we are reciting a poem. He was making cookies. They were waiting for the teacher. So, dear students, that brings us to the end of the session. Thank you for watching till the end. Remember to always keep it easy, Limo. Until next time, bye.